2. Good afternoon. Welcome to the OMNI Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is an amalgam of strange, weird, bizarre, off-the-wall, and otherwise things you don't normally see anymore from most news sources these days. During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss, for the most part. For links to the articles and music and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander.
I am Scotty Bugatti.
I am Loki Lycan.
Yeah. 1.21 gigawatty Scotty too hottie for you and his Bugatti. I don't know.
In the news show today. Let's go.
Man, I can make a song out of that. Where's Tim Shitsby? Let's get him on that. Anyway, today is Tuesday, aka Tears Day, aka Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. A lot of twos today. Anyway, let's jump on to the news, shall we? Who wants to read the headlines here?
Whoever.
Somebody.
Hold on.
Somebody?
Maybe
Anybody?
Oh wait, no. Okay, I can read it. I just have to. Okay. Parents beware. Packaged foods marketed to children are significantly higher in sugar.
Yikes. Well, to get them addicted. Yep. Well. It says here we had some bullet points. Researchers say packaged foods marketed to children contain higher levels of sugar and are lower in essential nutrients than other products. So they're trying to dumb us down while hyping us up and mold us into the perfect society of controllable people. They said cereal and toaster pastries had the most child-appealing marketing among the products they studied. Experts say more education for parents as well as government regulation on product marketing and children are needed. No, get the government out of there. Put it on the parents. 100%. Stop with the regulations. Stop it.
So wait, are they looking at the nutrition facts, or is this like actually more sugar than the nutrition facts say?
Well, technically you're not supposed to like be lying on your product, but you know if you have the money, you can do whatever you want. Apparently.
Kind of, unfortunately.
It's like, I mean, like, remember that one guy who sued Red Bull for not literally giving him wings? You know? Like...
Oh my gosh, that's like... Look for every loophole. Like, come on.
I mean, you know, like, I am a strong advocate for, you know, product authenticity. Like, you cannot lie about what you're selling, you know?
No euphemisms allowed.
Yeah. So, but anyway... It goes on here, it says, foods marketed at kids with the most child-appealing packaging are often higher in sugar. We already read that. That's according to a Canadian study published today in the journal PLOS ONE. Researchers looked at nearly 6,000 individual food products relevant to children's diets and reported around 13% of them contained child-appealing marketing, with the power of that marketing varying from product to product. In general, however, there was a weak correlation between marketing power and general nutrient levels. The researchers said the food levels that were evaluated to be the most appealing to children were higher in sugar, with an average of 14.7 grams versus 9 grams compared to standard practicing. So, yikes.
Well, that's not terribly bad for sugar. You know, it's not. I mean, it could be way worse, but.
Well, sugar is technically a drug. It falls under the dictionary definition of what a drug is. It is an outside chemical that alters the aspect of your mind. Well, you know, like tobacco, nicotine, sugar, you know, weed, all this other stuff, like everything that changes your brain. You know, we all know about the sugar rush and then the crash. That's what's the difference between getting high and then falling down? It's the same thing. You know?
Caffeine, anything.
Yeah, well, caffeine is, you know, especially, you know, well, like, you know, well, sugar is the same thing, like, but caffeine is highly addictive. Like,
it is.
Yeah, and not just addictive, but you know, if you drink coffee and all of a sudden you quit, you're gonna start getting headaches and you're gonna be miserable, and like, you know, that's a drug, guys. Like.
Yeah, well, it's like if you have to get up slightly early for work and you're tired, you're going to go to a caffeinated product and it becomes an everyday thing. You know, it's just like you're trying to get through your day, get through the workday, and it's...
And I love how nobody's pointing out the fact that we're talking about dangerous substances while I'm literally vaping on camera. But yeah, no, sugar
Fuck
is
your vape.
sugar is the most dangerous drug in all of human history because
It
you know
is pretty
not
bad. Yeah,
not
it is
just of
pretty
its
bad.
addictiveness and everything, but like the majority of deaths, you know, are like what obesity, you know, weight issues, cardiovascular issues, digestive issues.
Yeah.
There is a slew of problems that come from consuming too much sugar and sugar products and such. Like you know, like cheese contains sugar. Like, well, isn't
Even
yeast a form of sugar? Like,
yeah,
yeah. So bread,
even like even dental.
yeah,
Well, bread has just straight up sugar in it anyway.
yeah. And that's
Like-
right. I remember hearing a while ago that that some toothpaste contains sugar, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like you're just
I also like what's the difference between regular sugar and high fructose corn syrup besides that high fructose corn syrup is sweeter than sugar and cheaper, so they go to that. You know, it's
Well,
like
not
which
to
one
mention it's more concentrated.
yeah. Because high fructose corn syrup is used as a substitute of sugar because it's cheaper to produce, but I don't. It's like I'm wondering which one's worse.
It says here, while sugar is a naturally
fuck.
occurring disaccharide, whatever that is, HCFS, high fructose corn syrup, is artificially produced from corn. HFCS production involves processing corn into corn starch, which then is turned into a syrup that is 100% glucose. The problem with glucose as a sweetener is that it is not all that sweet. So, okay. So, but see,
Huh.
it's a product like anything manufactured, you know, anything synthetic, you know, take it with a step back, because you know nature is nature. All right, that's just how things are. That is the foundation of everything is nature. But once we start bending things around, you know, then we start getting some bad things like you know mutations and whatnot. You know, so.
Yep.
Like the banana.
Oh, the banana, yeah. Which, aren't we like 98% banana by DNA? Something like that?
I don't fucking know.
Human
I hope
banana
not.
DNA. Many of the housekeeping genes that are necessary for basic cellular functions, such as for replicating DNA, controlling the cell cycle, and helping cells divide, are shared between many plants, including bananas and animals. Banana, we are over 60% identical to bananas by DNA. So,
God, that's disturbing.
yeah. Well, I hope nobody peels my skin, you know. So, but anyway,
Well, a giant might.
oh God. Anyway, let's move on up. And by the way, anybody watching, the link to this article as well as all the future articles are down in the underbar of the description below. They put in the work. We just read these articles. Please give them the foot traffic. Go to these sites and read the entire thing. So, anyway, what else do we have here? Who wants to read the headline?
Are we taking turns? I'll take it.
Maybe.
The Japanese diet may slow the progression of fatty liver disease.
I don't know about that. Like, I'm never gonna eat. May slow the progression of fatty liver disease, and it shows a bunch of sushi.
Yeah,
Well,
may slow it.
May. And let's not forget all the radiation, you know, from all the nuclear bombs, you know, over the years from Fukushima. Let's not forget the microplastics that can pass between the blood-brain barrier. You know, it might lower your fatty liver disease, but then plastic will start rebuilding it up in your brain. I think that's worse. I'd rather have the fatty liver disease, thank you. So.
They put that in quotes as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, so it's specific to non-alcoholic. In the
I
it's a
see.
link.
Yeah. So it says here, a new study has found that following a Japanese-style diet can help people with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, slow its progression. The authors of the study tracked the diet and disease progression of 136 people with NAFLD being treated at the Osaka Metropolitan University Hospital in Japan. Researchers scored the diet of each individual according to its adherence to the 12 components Japanese Diet Index, or MJDI12. High MGD scores were associated with a slowing of the progression of liver fibrosis that accompanies NAFLD. The Japanese diet consists of 12 food groups: rice, miso soup, pickles. Ooh, I can get behind that. Soy products, hell no. Green and yellow vegetables, I agree. Fruits, yes. Seafood, no. Mushrooms, yes. Seaweed, no. Green tea, I'm going for that. Coffee, oh yeah. Beef and pork, yes. All right.
So far, this is sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm already on track.
Agreed.
Just minus out some of those things. I don't mind miso soup, frankly, but I don't know if I could do it every day.
Is miso
Rice,
soup?
I'd be down for.
Is miso soup the soup that they serve you at the beginning of the Benihana meals? Like it has like some onions in it and stuff, and like.
I believe so. I would have to check with my friend or my wife and get back to you on that because I'm not sure. Or you could Google. Google is a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. Let's Google it. Miso soup.
Like,
Oh, no,
kinda,
it's that.
What
Okay.
I remember is it's like it doesn't always have to have stuff in it. I know that for sure. The miso soup I had last time, it just had just onions in it. Like it didn't have any of this.
All right, so I think I've had miso soup because that soup looks very familiar. I've never had it with tofu, but all of these
I will never eat tofu.
these little like stringy green things. I remember that. Like, hold on a second, miso soup Benihana.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Oh yeah, there it is. That's they have mushrooms in it. There it is.
mushroom.
Oh, that yeah.
Oh,
that's-
you were correct. Yeah.
That looks like a good
Oh.
miso soup.
It says
Benihana
Benihana
onion
onion soup.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good. I'm
Oh,
hungry.
it's good. It's really good.
I haven't eaten today.
I just had an In-N-Out burger actually.
Oh, fuck you.
It
Yeah.
really.
I love you, man, but fuck you.
But yeah, no. So like what is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? 3 foods from the Japanese diet. Like as I said, please go to the links. Educate yourself. Like I'm just making the viewers aware, and my co-hosts actually. Everybody aware of this stuff. So yeah, go give it a look.
Right on.
Let's move on up here. Oh, this one's rough. Scott.
All right. Man has silver-plated grills stuck in his lung after accidentally swallowing them.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Oh!
Yikes.
Oh, that makes me hurt
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
You went from
Oh, that
hungry to
makes
sick like that.
You know what's crazy about
Oh.
that? Too? It seems to have gone down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, it makes me feel violently ill and like just terrible inside.
Yeah.
Oh, just thinking about that. Oh,
It goes
Yeah.
on to say here, a 22-year-old man from Wisconsin who started experiencing coughing and heavy wheezing after an epileptic seizure was shocked to find that his silver grills had become stuck in one of his lungs. So it went into the lung.
Oh, God.
Pain. Yeah, look at that.
oh,
Yeah, a case study
That's
recently. That
so
might not be the
fucking
same
ugly.
guy. That might just be like a stock image. But a case study
yeah, but
recently.
that's still ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know why people have grills. Although, like, Tom McDonald pulls his off pretty good. But after this, maybe I should email him and be like, "Yo, dude, get rid of that." Like,
It might go down your throat.
it might end up in your lung.
Look at this article.
I
Be
understand.
aware.
Make sure it's glued in there good, or whatever they do. to keep
I
them in there.
understand. I understand these artists wanting to live and breathe hip hop, but this is ridiculous. It says here, a case study recently published in the Serious Medical Journal tells the story of an unnamed 22-year-old man who, after recovering from an epileptic seizure, started experiencing severe coughing and heavy wheezing. He immediately sought medical assistance. Not thought. What? And X-ray scans revealed that he had something lodged in the right main stem bronchus, an airway to the lung. So, like, we all know the trachea that splits off and it gets in the lung. So it's in the pipe right there. This 4-centimeter long mass looked like dentures. Pardon me. Oh, well, maybe I have a grill in my lung.
That's you.
Thank you. And the man told doctors that he was wearing his silver-plated grills when he had the seizure, and he couldn't find them when he recovered. Well, I guess we found them. Oh, yikes.
Oh, I did not need to see this.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That makes me
Wow.
uncomfortable.
The
It
patient
was just. I mean, it was only silver plated too, so
Yeah.
it's not like. But go on.
The patient was scheduled for a bronchoscopy to have the object removed. A bronchoscope was inserted down the airway to dislodge the dental accessory. The patient experienced bronchospasm, where muscles in the lung airway tightened from the operation, and was given steroid treatment before being discharged. Had the silver-plated grills gone down the other pipe, they would have passed through the esophagus and into the stomach, therefore before being excreted. But this way, the dentures became stuck in one of his lung airways. So, yeah, there's the X-ray again.
God, I could not imagine having to, poop those out.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would have been fun, if possible. I don't know. But this reminds me of that one time. Either. This reminds me of this one time, like, this guy, okay, so I'll give you the whole story, like, as it happened. So, like, he was in the hospital for something, and then he was, like, eating food, and the food included peas, yada, yada, all right. So then, not too long later, he started having chest problems. It was discovered that one of the peas, he had eaten, either at the hospital or whatever, it had somehow gotten into his lung, and because of the moisture and the oxygen-rich environment, it sprouted. A pea was growing in his lung.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
That could have killed him.
Oh, yeah. Like, it had roots. It had, like, I think it had leaves. Like, it was a full-on, like, plant growing inside of his lung.
Oh, I see. I'm surprised this guy didn't suffocate when he swallowed his grills. So.
Yeah. Yikes. Anyway, what else do we got here?
Kind of makes me wonder, though. Would your stomach actually be able to break down the metal, like the stomach acids?
Well, here's the thing.
No,
but here's the thing. And you were talking about this earlier, and I forgot to make this a point. Silver tarnishes very fast, and that means that it oxidizes. Well, you're in an oxygen-rich environment. Now you have those metal particles and stuff breaking down inside of your system. That's not good. So.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
You would just hope that, it passed through the intestines without a blockage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably would have actually. Yeah, probably wouldn't have passed through. I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Me either.
I don't either.
What do we have here?
This UK farm is located in the middle of a motorway?
Stott Hall Farm is the only farm in the world built right in the middle of a busy motorway with crash barriers and a fence around it to keep livestock in and out-of-control vehicles out. The M62 motorway, connecting the cities of Liverpool and Hull in northern England, is famous for having an inhabited farm right in the middle of its roadways in Calderdale. The unique farm is one of the 10 best-known sites on the UK motorway network, and there are various stories and myths about its existence. The most popular of which claim that the motorway was split because the owners, Ken and Beth Wild, refused to sell. These stories would have you believe that Stott Hall Farm is essentially a nail house, the likes of which we featured several times in the past. However, the reality of the infrastructure oddity is actually very different. So look at that. Could you imagine, like, wanting to live the country life, but the city just not letting you leave? According to an ITV documentary from 1983, the owners of Stott Hall Farm were never actually asked to sell their land. During construction of the M62 motorway back in the 1960s, engineers determined that because of a geological fault on the Wilds property, it was more practical to build the roadways around the farm than over it, so they just allowed the owners to stay. Quote, a geological fault beneath the farmhouse meant it was more practical for engineering. Yeah, we already read that. So, but look at that, just splits. Like, that's wild.
Wow.
So.
I mean, it's a good.
Look, good for them.
Good use of space.
Yeah. So, all right. So cool. Well, let's move on up here. This is interesting. Loki.
Oh. Okay. 7-year-old fashion designer claims to be Gucci reincarnated? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to feel about that one.
7-year-old Max Alexander has been creating the dresses since he was 4, and he insists that he was iconic Italian designer Gucci in a past life. Most 7-year-old boys probably don't even know who or what Gucci is, but Max Alexander, a fashion design prodigy from the U.S., not only knows all about the famous Italian designer, he claims to have been him in a past life. The boy's mother, Madison, said that he revealed his passion for women's fashion one evening in 2021 while they were all at the dinner table. He requested a mannequin to display his creations on, and after Madison made him one out of cardboard, he started working his magic, displaying incredible talent. At an age where other kids are just learning how to read and write, Max is a seasoned fashion designer with clients like Sharon Stone on his resume. Wow! So
That's incredible.
Is this some of his works? Like,
Oh,
I wonder.
maybe.
And that is like, what is with these mannequins? Their necks are long, their fingers are long. You're like, these do not look like humans. So,
They're not. They're the next evolution.
but look at that. You know, that's cool.
Just from his age, I mean, that's incredible.
You know, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, maybe he doesn't even have to compare himself to him. He can just be his own, you know.
Well, yeah, a lot of things can be said about this.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on up here.
He's got the recognition though.
Oh yeah, and this is absolutely hilarious. This next article here.
Is that $2.07? Is that okay?
Yeah.
$2.70 supermarket wine wins gold medal at international wine contest. Wow.
That just proves that all of these like friggin' like hoity-toity things are just all pretentious piles of crap. Like, you know, like, oh, look at me with my hint of Montgomery and a nutmeg and who.
I feel like they didn't know what they had or something. Like how is
Well, no, this just proves that it doesn't
They could
matter.
have charged that a lot more. They could have charged it more. I mean, what is up with that? It's only
No. The point that this is making is that, like, all of these wine enthusiasts and tasters and all this stuff, like, you know, oh, this is an 1870 Shiraz. This is a 1542 Don Sauvignon. It's like, you know, this is a $2.70 bottle of wine. Wine is wine, you know, like.
True.
You know.
Well, this is the thing I've noticed. Like, this is not talking about wine, but I've seen this video where people are trying different rums, different scotch, different brandies, all the other stuff. They had a $500 bottle of whiskey and a $32 bottle of whiskey. The $500 bottle was a piece of shit.
Yep.
Like, it was just utter crap. And everybody in, like, these are all seasoned drinkers. They go out to bars all the time and just have a good time and enjoy whiskey and whatnot. These people all said they preferred the $32 bottle opposed to the $500 because it didn't taste good to them.
Yep.
And it's just pompous bullcrap. It had a flashy bottle. It had a flashy box and everything. It had some fancy-ass cork. Like, you don't need all the bells and whistles to be a good bottle of whiskey or a good bottle of wine.
You know, it's like, what made this $2.70? Like, who was the judge on making this a supermarket wine, and then it wins a gold medal? Like, what, you know, obviously it was loved and made a gold medal, so it's not the price, but I don't know who considered this a cheap wine to where this is apparently way better than that. So.
Well, see, it's not about the cheapness of the wine. It's about how good the wine is, or whatever. Like,
yeah, it's about how the wine tastes to somebody,
like,
and that's what they're judging it on.
Like, if any of these companies spend, you know, like, too much time worrying about image, they're not spending enough time worrying about quality. So.
True.
And that's what really, like, I know a lot of rich people want that famous, expensive wine. But for the average Joe, we just want something simple that's going to taste good going down.
Behringer's White Zinfandel is my wine of choice. So.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't drink wine personally. I would settle for anything, really. Like, I just don't need a hoity-toity drink.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into this here.
Are you drinking for the taste or the percentage of the alcohol to get a buzz? Like there's a distinction there, but
with wine,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
drinking for
very
the
true.
taste. If I want to get, I already have my system of getting screwed up. All right, like
right.
so.
Yeah, if I want to get a buzz going on, yeah, I'll just take a regular rum and coke. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just give me some, Captain Morgan, simple Captain Morgan.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get
Or
back on
Kraken,
track here, guys.
If I want to feel a little fancy.
It says here the judges of the prestigious Gilbert Galliard International Wine Competition were duped into awarding this year's gold medal to a €2.50. I don't know how to break that down.
That's like I think that's pounds.
That's euro.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Pounds is a little L.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Or $2.70 supermarket wine they deemed exceptional. Ever wonder how the average person chooses wine in a supermarket? Well, here we go. To answer your question we were talking about earlier, actually. Well, it turns out that having one or more medals plastered on the bottle can increase sales by up to 15%, so it's no wonder that wineries take wine tasting competitions very seriously. But does winning such medals actually reflect the quality of the wine? Or are those contested simply money-making events that charge winemakers hefty sums for their participation and the chance to increase sales? Eric Boschman once named Belgium's best sommelier, and the team at On Nist Pas des Pigeons, a Belgian consumer magazine and television program, decided to find out by taking the worst supermarket wine they could find and registering it at a prestigious wine competition. The organizers of this intriguing prank started out by enlisting the help of Eric Boschman, named Belgium's best sommelier in 1988, and conducting a supermarket wine tasting. There were plenty of wines under €3 to choose from, but they decided to go with the cheapest and worst tasting one they could find. A €2.50 bottle was selected and then disguised as a premium product by naming it Chateau Colombier and creating a more eye-catching label. They even created a story for the wine, claiming it was made from grape varieties located in Côtes de Sambre and Meuse in Wallona. So, the placebo effect at work. Just because of the fancy label and the name and everything, people's brains instantly tasted the wine under a predisposition. Like, they intentionally not only just got a cheap wine, they intentionally got the worst they could find. And then they just tricked these guys like no tomorrow. Like, this is sad. Like...
Yeah, dressed it up like a prom date.
Yeah. So... But yeah, this just proves, like, the wine industry is nothing more than pompous idiocy.
It's pretty interesting with no predisposed thing, how people might take a taste test differently from something that's already backed with all this information.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hopefully this opens some people's eyes. So, I'm just gonna keep to box wine, I'm trailer trash. Alright, so... Anyway, what else do we got here? This is wild. Whose turn is it?
I think it's on me again now.
Alright.
Stores banana storage leads Virginia woman to $300,000 lottery prize.
Whoa.
Wow.
A shortage of bananas.
Oh, is that what it said?
Yeah, shortage of bananas. So it says here, Nancy Webb of Appomattox told Virginia lottery officials she went to her local Kroger store to buy groceries on Saturday, but discovered the store was out of bananas. Webb said she made a second visit to the store the following day to buy her bananas, and while at Kroger, she decided to buy a 100-time the money scratch-off lottery ticket. Webb, who said she doesn't play the lottery very often, scratched her ticket off in the parking lot and revealed a $300,000 prize. The winner did not reveal whether she has any immediate plans for her prize money. So,
gosh, that's like what everybody hopes to happen at a store. Like, that is just luck at its finest right there.
Yeah, when's that going to happen to me?
I love how that freaking picture is fingers crossed.
Yeah, dude, that's the first thing I saw. Like, oh, here's $300,000. Never mind. Yoink.
It's like, fuck's sake. Why? Why'd you do this to me?
Yeah.
Just happened to buy a lottery ticket that day and boom, like.
And actually, now that I'm looking more at that icon, that middle finger is most definitely broken.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because my middle finger doesn't bend like that.
Yeah, like I can't do that. That's you gotta relocate your finger, bro. So, but anyway, let's move on.
That's bent way too far. That's definitely broken.
Yeah. Now this one's interesting. Well, they all are. So, Scotty.
Czech man holds plank position for over 9.5 hours. Holy crap.
We all remember planking, right?
Oh, I know what it is, yeah.
Loki?
Yeah, we had an epidemic of it here.
Yeah. It says here, a Czech athlete put his endurance to the test when he held the punishing abdominal plank position for 9 hours, 38 minutes, and 47 seconds. Josef Salek, a.k.a. Joska, broke Guinness World Record set in 2022 by Australian Daniel Scully, who held his plank for 9 hours, 30 minutes, and 1 second. Joska, a therapist, teacher, and personal development coach, took on the challenge at the Avatar Festival at the Park Hotel in Pilsen. I'm gonna end reading right there to encourage people to go to the article themselves to do the reading. Rhombus, how you doing, man? Hold on, I have to play your
Just
intro.
as we are talking about a workout thing.
Yeah, I gotta play.
Workout. Are you talking about the plank?
Yes.
Screw the plank.
Yes.
Stupid.
No, this guy held a plank for over 9.5 hours.
Oh yeah, I know about. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I have to play your intro music. Hold on.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
No more.
Man, I ain't got no intro music. What the hell is this shit?
We'll figure it out. Actually, you have an intro. You don't
Loki
have an intro
doesn't-
song, but you have an intro sound.
But Loki in the MCU doesn't have an intro. But Loki in the
No.
intro doesn't have. Well, in the MCU, he doesn't even have like a theme song or anything. He has a show, but he doesn't even have a song for
Well,
it.
our Loki is better. So
But I'm not that Loki. I'm not
Hey.
me. I'm not.
Hey. He ain't no Tom Hiddleston, but it's better. It's
You
good
know
that we
what?
don't have a guy.
I have something to say.
Sitting in here.
like low key, I have something to say. Low key is low key, whether you liken that or not. Anyway, Rhombus, are you able to read?
Maybe, mayhaps.
I can
Hopefully,
read
you're
if you
not
want.
driving.
Yeah.
No, I'm not driving.
Okay.
I'll read it if you
Got home
want.
with
All
a
right,
minute
go
ago.
for it, Scott.
Ring found in sewer 14 months after being flushed by owner's son.
Whoa, what happened there?
Oh dear.
A public works crew doing sewer maintenance in Southern California found an engagement ring that had been flushed down the toilet by its owner's 5-year-old son a little over a year earlier. John and Yana Glass say that they were in bed in March of 2022 when they heard the toilet flush at their Chino Hills home. John Glass said that it was unusual for his now stepson to flush the toilet. Quote, I heard him flush the toilet and I turned to her and said, well, that's odd. He never flushes the toilet. You know, he's a 5-year-old, end quote. Glass told KABC TV. The couple discovered later in the day that the boy had flushed Yana's engagement ring down the commode. The couple removed the toilet but weren't able to find the ring. Plumbers were summoned to the home and were able to locate the ring in a pipe, but they said would not be able to retrieve it without causing damage to the home. They did buy a new ring. It's not telling us why he did it. I can't see.
I don't know. Probably it's like curiosity. You just picked it up and flushed it like a 5-year-old. Like
Yeah. Well,
they get curious or something.
now here's the thing. Why was it off the finger to be picked up? That worries me. You know?
Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna take off a ring, it'll probably be in the bathroom, whether you're showering or washing your hands, or so. It's usually put by a sink of some sort.
Yeah. Well. Once you
I
put
take
that-
off my rings when I go to sleep. Actually.
Well, here's my stance on the situation. If I ever get married, that ring is going to stay on until I die. You know, like
Unless your finger like swells over it when you're older, and you have, because
Well-
I've seen that happen. But
I'll figure out a way. So
okay.
Anyway, we got 3 more articles here. Mr. Rhombus, are you able to read this one?
Oh my gosh, it's Kurt Cobain. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I know who that.
Actually, they were talking about Kurt Cobain on the radio earlier today, so I think.
Oh, did you
That
hear
is
about?
who I learned guitar from.
Did you hear about Elon? Elon is doing a thing with Florida governor. He's doing a thing with him.
Like what?
Running for vice president. I'm surprised he's even allowed to. Cause he's
This-
not even-
Wait! Everybody, shut up. Rhombus, can you say that again?
So apparently, Elon Musk, yeah, that guy, the guy that sold flamethrowers to people, is running for vice president with Ron DeSantis, who is running for president.
I have to sit down.
The thing that baffles me about it is the fact that he's even allowed to, because he's not even an American-born citizen.
Well,
He
no.
was born in South
That only goes for the presidency. You cannot be a president if you're not born here. Vice president is another story, I believe.
Okay.
So
Makes sense. Okay, so it's just president. All right.
yeah.
Okay, so he's fine. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like
Whoa.
something ain't right about that. It felt off, and I was like, it seems sus.
Well, you heard it here
that's-
first, folks. Elon Musk is running for VP. Holy shit!
I don't know if it's true though. I'd have to look into it first.
You know what?
I was told about it by my stepdad, and most of the time he's not wrong. So I don't know. He might be. It's not guaranteed though.
Well, I have it here.
Oh, it's true. Oh my God.
Oh god damn!
We're about to have a billion.
DeSantis and Elon Musk.
Bro,
How do you think this is gonna go?
I think it's just gonna turn into a landslide for no reason, just because of Elon.
Well,
Because
Yeah,
I know how
probably.
that guy is.
well, I
Like, we
think
all know DeSantis had a good chance against Trump and Biden anyway.
I feel like the fact that Elon's running with him might almost it might be close, but I don't know. It's not. I don't know for certain. Huh.
Mike,
This is going to be an interesting election to say the least.
This will be interesting, honestly. It really will.
Like Jesus Christ.
Not gonna lie, this might give me more reason to vote for DeSantis. It might give me an even better excuse, other than he ran Florida phenomenally.
my
Makes
conspiracy
me wish I
wheels.
could vote.
My conspiracy wheels are turning, and we are definitely talking about this in the peanut. Like I have so much to say. So
As soon as he told me, I'm thinking, ain't no way that man's running for VP. It's like, that man's got too much going on as it is. Like, how is he gonna make time for that?
Oh, that's how businessmen are. They make time somehow.
Like, I get it with Trump. Like, he had one specific business
Xander.
and just had a bunch of
Trump had a lot more than that. Let's move this conversation to the peanut.
Yeah.
Like,
Xander.
what'd you say, Scott?
Yeah.
I just had a thing, like, after you read this, thing in the news, find out how much Kurt Cobain's MTV Unplugged guitar sold for. After.
I bet that sold for quite a bit.
Because this one was
6 million.
Yeah, see that?
Ooh.
6 million. This one was 600,000. That was 6 million. So
Wow. Okay, that sold for more than what I would have expected for a guitar.
Anyway, Rhombus, do you want to read this, please?
Yes. Kurt Cobain's broken guitar sells for nearly $600,000
Guitars?
$600,000
he probably broke
guitars.
it himself. He probably broke it himself at the end of a performance, like he's
I
done
think he
before.
did. I know he had a tendency to do that. He
Yes.
has smashed a few guitars in his career.
Yep.
Well, it says here, Kurt Cobain's Black Fender Stratocaster is covered in scratches and chipped wood. The names of Cobain and his former band, Nirvana, are misspelled, and the guitar itself, which was once smashed and put back together, is no longer playable. But on Saturday, the broken guitar was sold at Julian's auctions for a whopping $596,000, nearly 10 times more than the opening price, showing that the adoration for the rock icon is alive and well nearly 30 years after he died. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Dude he was a legend.
Yeah.
That is who I learned guitar from in the beginning. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like, you know.
Yep.
That's a good way to start.
Like, he blew a lot of people's minds, including his own, unfortunately.
He started the grunge, you know.
He went there.
Nothing is off the table. I am an equal opportunity comedian offender, alright? I don't care.
I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Sam Jackson.
Watch out, I have a knife. I will defend myself.
Equal opportunity.
Maybe we shouldn't be showing that.
I'm not even joking. Sam Jackson has legitimately said that in a movie. I think it was in Hitman's Bodyguard is when he says it. Is where he says it. It's something. I don't think it's that movie, but it might be something along those lines. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
Well, like, no, I forgot the guy's name, so, anyway, it says here, Cobain was known to have destroyed multiple Fender Stratocasters during his career. This particular instrument was wrecked while Cobain and his band worked on their landmark album Nevermind in the early 90s. All right. So, yeah.
And let's not forget his drummer went on to make Foo Fighters and do his own thing. So.
Yep. Because Mr. T, as imposing as he is, you know, sometimes needs backup to fight them fools, you know? I pity the fool. Anyway, let's move on up. What is this here?
Ripley's Round Trip, the world's most bizarre natural phenomenon.
All right. I remember. There's blood falls in Antarctica because of iron. It oxidizes and it looks like blood.
Yep.
So, a sausage tree. What? That's,
They look like corn dogs to me.
Tropical Africa is no stranger to fascinating nature, and the sausage tree is a striking standout amongst the other species, and for good reason. With its oddly shaped fruit and blood-red flowers, this tree fascinated Robert Ripley himself during his expedition to Kisumu, Kenya. All right. Chickens
They look
with
like
tails.
corn dogs.
Yeah, they do. And
That
Crystal
or
Cave.
like squash. It almost looks like squash.
Wait, chicken with tails that are 24 feet long? What? Hold on a second. Japanese
Dino chicken?
long why can't I spell? Tail chicken. Oh, wow. Hold on. Images, thank you.
Oh, those kind of tails.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa! Holy crap! Bro, look at that.
That's a tail?
That is enormous.
Why
Like,
the fuck is his tail so long?
I don't know. There's another one. Like, wow. Well,
These chickens are ridiculous.
make sure they're fully out the door before you close it.
Yeah, you might chop it off.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, who wants to read this last one here? This is interesting.
Sure, why not? Is the Tasmanian tiger still alive? Some researchers think so.
Huh. Alright. So, the Tasmanian tiger, long believed to have gone extinct in 1930s, may have survived for several more decades and may even still exist in the Australian wilderness, according to new research. These carnivorous marsupials, also called thylacines, are notable for the stripes on their backs and their wolf-like appearance. So there's backstory here. What researchers have found, Barry Brook, a professor of environmental sustainability at the University of Tasmania and lead author of the study, told The Australian, quote, "We used a novel approach to map the geographical pattern of its decline across Tasmania and to estimate its extinction date after taking account of the many uncertainties," end quote. Not everyone believes Silesians survived that long or are still roaming Tasmania. Andrew Pask, a professor of epigenetics at the University of Melbourne in Australia, leads the thylacine integrated genomic restoration and research Tigger Lab. Oh, hey! Whose purpose is to use gene editing to resurrect the Tasmanian tiger. Pask, who was not involved in the latest research, told Live Science that the sightings are not backed by evidence and pointed out that someone would have found a dead thylacine at some point over the years. So that is a good point. Yeah, as I said, underbar description, link is there. Give this a read. This is interesting. I love how they, I love their abbreviation, Tigger. Like, that's cool. So, anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, check the underbar description for any links you may find interesting, including one unlimited to all things OMNI Coalition, which in itself includes, SON's Twitch, Robin's YouTube, and all that stuff. Anyway, for all of you, and for your dose of different, odd, and otherwise unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central,
and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, difference.
Got you back, Loki.
And unusual.
God damn you.
Hey, I was getting you back from like 2 weeks ago.
I did no such thing.
Oh, you definitely did.
I did no such thing. Don't you dare. Friggin' Alice stepped on me earlier this week.
We got a rivalry going on. And I just realized that all three of you are on the east and I'm on the west. I'm being marginalized in my own show again. When will it stop?
The week.
Never. It will never stop.
I am a minority.
Well, I'm a minority in the fact that you're all American.
You're American.
Well, you're all, like, U.S. American.
Yeah.
I'm just North American.
You know what? I'm a double minority. I'm French, German, and Native American, so...
Wait,
I don't know.
You're French and German? Are those two sides at war with each other? Like my 1/8 Jewish blood, which is also German? Like that's at a battle. So.
I get the arrogance from the French side and the really bad temper from the German side.
That explains things. Anyway.
Oh.
I mean, get a point. and then that chill side is the native.
Yeah. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
I'm Scotty Bugatti.
I am Mr. Wick, a.k.a. Robinson, a.k.a. Baby Don't Hurt Me.
And I'm Loki Lakin.
Yeah. And you, viewer, of course, are you. And until you catch us next Friday, or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time. Until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!